Hi, I'm Chris Barnes, and I'm here with 12-time Team USA member and recent Australian Masters champion, Linda Barnes, and Columbia 300 brand manager, Bugsy Kelly. And we're here to tell you about the newest high-performance release from Columbia 300. Bugsy, how did you come up with the name World Beater?
Chris, it's simple. It's that good. When developing the bowling ball, R&D would go out in the lanes and test the ball, along with many others. And I got many phone calls from Ron Hicklin, chief engineer and ball designer for Columbia 300, calling to tell me that he's got the industry's next World Beater. The name stuck with me. And after testing the ball, we soon determined that World Beater was the only name that really fit.
As a former Team USA member, I personally love the name World Beater. I also noticed that the RG core for high-performance ball is different than anything we've had in the past.
Linda, the numbers are unique for a high-performance ball. We typically wouldn't use high RG numbers in a high-performance bowling ball. The Arrowhead core features a 254 RG, 055 differential, and 017 intermediate differential, which allow the ball to read the mid lane very strong, but continue down lane probably better than high-performance balls we've created today. The mass properties of the Arrowhead core, its RG, differential, and high mass bias rating, allow the World Beater to read the mid lane and still react off the drive for amazing continuation. Essentially, this is a high-performance, high RG ball that always seems to do the right thing.
Those RG numbers are higher than what we're used to seeing in our high-performance line. But I think one of the things that makes it so unique is how strong that ball is in the mid lane, and I think the Super Tilt solid cover stock is what has the most to do with that. To compare that, we'll use the Super Tilt Ransom cover stock in its pearlized version. And as you can see here, that pearlized version goes much longer and is much, much cleaner. It's actually the cleanest cover stock in our line. But when you compare that to the Super Tilt Solid, even though the core is stronger and the RG is higher, this ball is much stronger in the mid lane. It has more traction there, and then it completes the move going through the pins. In the end, what that means for you is more area at the break point. One of my favorite things about the World Beater is the versatility of the Super Tilt Solid cover stock. It comes at 2,000 grit, which allows me to use it on medium and heavy fresh oil conditions. But one of the things I like most is that I can shine this ball up, and when the lanes break down and they start to hook, I can still use it, and that allows me to use it for an entire block. It's something we haven't had a lot of success with shining balls in our high-performance line.
So you mean with a ball named World Beater, you think you might have a chance to compete out there?
Linda's brought along two World Beaters for you today with two different layouts to see what they do differently on the lane for you. The first ball is a 50 degree to the mass bias, 4 1/4 inch pin, and a 45 degree vertical axis layout with a weight hole. This ball is going to get down the lane pretty good for her and give a really strong move off the back end and off the break point. The next ball is a pin down, 45 degrees to the mass bias, 4 inch pin, and a 75 degree to the vertical axis with a hole. This ball is going to start up a little bit earlier and give her a good, strong, continuous move throughout the entire lane. Linda, let's see what these do in the lane for you.
You're the boss. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Linda's first shot is with her lower pin. It's very strong in the mid lane with great continuation. Now her taller pin is more angular down lane. This ball is left to target, but watch where it finishes after it gets through the pins.
Chris has also brought along two World Beaters for you with two different layouts. This first layout is a pin up, 65 degree to the mass bias, 4 1/2 inch pin, and a 45 degree vertical axis layout. Chris, what's this ball going to do for you?
This is more my longer, stronger ball. This is going to be for medium to medium heavy oil. The taller pin will allow the ball to flare more, will give me more length with no extra hole, and by having the mass bias a little bit further left and closer to my thumb, that will also give me some more length. This one's going to be for medium and some of the broken down conditions and more angle down lane.
The second ball has a pretty low pin. It's a 50 degree to the mass bias degree, a 5 inch pin, and an 80 degree to the vertical axis with a very low hole. What's this ball going to do for you?
This is my fresh oil ball for heavier conditions. Even though the pin is a little bit further away, the pin being lower and with this low, bigger hole, it's going to pick up sooner and stronger in the mid lane. It'll be a little bit smoother overall, but on heavy patterns, this is going to be the go-to ball for me.
All right, Chris, let's see what it's going to do in the lanes for you.
All right. This first shot is with the tall pin. Great length down lane and a fantastic back end. Now my lower pin ball, I'm 4 further left. It's stronger in the mid lane, but the good news is how much it continues through the pins.
I'm also going to bowl for you today. I've brought along two balls as well, a pin up and a pin down. The pin up version gets me down the lane a little bit further. It's going to give me a stronger move off the break point. The lower pin ball allows me to move left a little bit and open up the lane completely and gives me more hook overall. Let's see what they do for me.
Now here's the boss. He's sliding around 36 and crossing 22. watch how strong a move this one makes down lane. His lower pin is a couple more left, strong in the mid lane, but still great through the pins. It's a great motion. This one is all day. While Bugsy was throwing his shots, I went to the pro shop and shined up my tall pin world beater with factory finish polish right over the top of the box finish so you could see what it looks like with shine.
As a low ref player, the one thing I really liked about this ball is the continuation down lane. This ball just keeps on coming.
And for a higher RG piece and something with a little bit of surface on it, the strong traction in the mid lane and the continuation makes this one I think I'm going to get to use a lot on tour and around the world.
Well, guys, I'm glad you like it. I think a lot of our consumers are going to like it as well. It's going to be a world beater. It's going to be a great ball for us. From University Lanes in Denton, Texas, for Chris Barnes, his better half Linda, I'm Bugsy Kelly, Columbia 300 brand manager. Bowl the world over today with your world beater.